Hello YouTube, it's been a while. It's your girl Carisha Rish, aka used to be Free Natural Love, and I'm bringing you something different, but it's very important to me and my experience of life. But guys, anyway, if you are a marijuana babe or you're living that marijuana life, that weed life, that crow life, then you may want to stay tuned and hear what I've got to say. It may be of use, it may not, but anyhow, please stay tuned. Guys, you may have to bear with me. I haven't filmed a video in a while. I'm not sure all the cues and the cuts and stuff that keep you guys interested, but I'm just going to speak my truth and, get stuck right into this video. So basically, if you follow me on my Instagram, then you probably have heard about this before when it comes to me. If you haven't, you're about to find out today. So I've basically had this toxic relationship with weed, and it started about over 10 years ago when I was about 16, 17. To be honest, it kind of started as just socially smoking with friends, one puff, two puff here, and then, half a spliff, then all of a sudden I have my own spliff. But yeah, or joint, you guys might call it a joint. I've always ever really smoked through a spliff, a joint. I know some people like to use bongs, and I did try to use a vape. It was like a 3-in-1 vape when I was trying to quit, and that was totally unsuccessful. So it's been over about 10 years, and the intensity of my usage was quite deep. So whereas I probably started off with, one puff, two puff, it very quickly turned into me having multiple spliffs throughout the day and every day. Every day, and I'm not laughing because it's funny, it's just the reality that I was living, and for me it became quite normal. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I didn't feel like anything was wrong with it, hence why I went 10 years doing it. And I didn't feel like it affected me in a major way that was negative. Basically, I knew it had a negative connotation attached to it, but me personally, I felt like I was okay. The only thing I was concerned about throughout my whole entire journey of smoking weed was that I lost tremendous weight, from the get-go, and I just could not keep my weight levels steady. I would go up, go down, but most of the time I'd be down and be skin and bones because I wasn't balancing out the eating. That's why I say it became really toxic, because I would rather smoke than eat. And in the normal frame of mind, you would not consider that, and you wouldn't do that to yourself. But when you are on something that does affect your mind and the way you think, and it alters your thinking process, you can convince yourself that that's all right, there's nothing wrong with that, it's my choice, it's not really going to do me much harm. And so yeah, that's how I was working. I was kind of very much driven by weed, and I had to plan everything around it. If I felt like I would be out for too long, I would most likely cancel my plans. I would use my last money to make sure I had a draw, and this is right up until basically recently, because I'm not that far into my smoke-free journey. So hopefully this can help you guys, and hopefully if you've been thinking about quitting or cutting down, or taking a tolerance break, hopefully this will encourage you to do it, because I'm telling you, let me just first of all say I have stopped smoking for 2 years, and I have stopped smoking for a couple of days on end, and 2 weeks at the most on end. So I can definitely say having a break, it works wonders for your mind, body and soul. It works wonders, even if you don't completely quit, even though I am really team quit if you can, because I really do feel like in the long run it's really not a good thing for humans, period. I don't care how it makes you feel. I know that it has health benefits, but really if you are using it the way that I'm describing it, you're never going to get those health benefits. Let me just let you know that right now, because I fooled myself for years, it's a herb, and if I just put less cigarette, maybe if I just smoke, but no, I never ever received those health benefits that was listed among smoking weed. I never received those things, okay, except for obviously the obvious, the calmness, and but then there's that thing where you kind of risk being too calm, because that was me. Nothing affected me. Nothing could really. If I smoked my spliff, I was good. Like, you can't. I hate all that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't come and fuck up my eye. That was how I was, and I felt like, meanwhile, it helped me block out a lot of deep emotions and not have to feel certain things on a daily basis. It did make me very numb to just the littlest of things, and just small things that really I should have had reactions to or felt things towards. I just was so numb to everything, and I just really was like, okay. I just want to put in a disclaimer right now so you guys don't get confused. I've journaled day by day for about 3 days how I've been feeling on each day not smoking weed, and you know, kind of what I've been getting up to and what's kind of helped me push through. However, when I almost got to the 4th day, I did decide to have a spliff. Okay, I did. And then I hopped back on the wagon, very much sure, even more sure than the last time, because when I smoked that spliff, bruh, I was like, am I as a motherfucker? Like, it really did give me, it really put into perspective for me. Basically, the reality of it, I was like, wow, this feeling I do not feel. And I was so surprised that I was able to, I've been able to become so numb to that feeling of being high. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's not like, obviously, of course, you get very used to, you get very obviously your system gets very used to the drug, so you're not going to get high as you once did. But the fact is that all of that is still going on. All of whatever is setting off that high is still going on, and I'm not feeling it. I just feel like it's so crazy that I got so used to it, to the fact where I just did not realize where it was affecting me. And I was like really, really tired. Like, all of my family can vouch for this. I've been so tired, because I have epilepsy as well. It's kind of like, I was really kind of I was being a gem, so I was not trying to link the tiredness to the weed, more likely the epilepsy, even though I know it could be both. But I know for a fact that it was most mainly the weed smoking that had me tired. Like, I could just, I didn't want to do nothing. Like, I did want to do things, but when it got to the nitty-gritty of doing it, I was like, you know, because I gotta have my spliff in about half an hour. Do I really want to start this? You know what I'm saying? It was just like too much contemplation, too much overthinking, and too much nothing getting done when I had so much to do, so much things. And you know, if you smoke weed, it does kind of like, it sparks your creative juices. So I was having a lot of ideas, so much things, but I was not doing them. I was not putting my hand to them, and if I was not finishing them. Like, once I go to sleep or wake up, I was on something different. And sometimes I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get back to that. Like, for instance, my YouTube career, my goals with my Instagram, I very much just kind of saw that I was sabotaging myself, and I just said, okay, here it goes, self-sabotage. Like, I just sat back and let myself do it, basically, and I know that was very much rooted in the weed smoking, because it just makes me feel okay about anything I decide to do. Do you know what I'm saying? So that driving, fighting force, that will be like, no, get it together. That's not logical. That doesn't make sense. That's not going to help you in the long run. I was able to overpower that rational thinking, because the weed just had me like, oh. And I'm sure some of you guys can relate to this. I know I'm not the only one. And listen, I know I'm not the only one, okay? This is why I feel like I had to make this video because I felt like I just wanted to be as real as possible, and just to really come out and support you lot that really want to kick this habit. Like, because I'm sick and tired of smoking weed now. I really am. And I'm sick and tired of putting off all my dreams and my goals because I'd rather just smoke all day. Do you know what I'm saying? I am very much an ambitious person. I have high hopes and dreams for myself, but I'm 28 and the time is not stopping. I've realized that from 17, 16 to 28, not much has got done. And that's not really, when I had to sit down, I actually sat down and I made a table with 3 columns. One column was basically me listing everything that I remember about myself pre-smoking. And that list, I had so much things like I was so active, I was so sporty. I would walk from here. I don't, if any of you guys are in the UK, in London, I would walk from like say Brixton to Streatham or Croydon to Mitcham on feet, headphones. No, it's just the fact of what I wanted to do. I would get up and go and do it. Like, nothing could stop me, nothing. Anxiety, even if it did come up, it just was not that much of a factor that it stopped me from doing things. And you know, I've boxed myself into to the point where I've literally boxed myself inside. And I feel like it all goes hand in hand. It all goes hand in hand. And of course, I do feel like my condition, my epilepsy, does suffer because of all of this going on. It's just not okay. I feel like it's really time for us to look after ourselves. If we really want to say that we want to partake in self-care, self-love, and or if we really want people to value us, people to love us, people to respect us, then we need to respect ourselves. And fair enough, you can choose to smoke, but smoke respectfully to yourself. Respect yourself, your goals, your wishes, your future, by having discipline. I can't do that, sadly. I've tried to discipline myself. I can't. I just get excessive, and that's with everything I do. So if I even when I was doing sports, I would do every sport under the sun: football, netball, rounders, trampoline and athletics, everything I just had to do. I get excessive. I'm that type of person. So I realized it was a lot less about me needing the weed and more about me using it as a crutch. I didn't need it. I don't need it. It doesn't work for me. My high school, it doesn't. But I use it as a crutch because it works in helping me to forget certain things, or helping me to just be in that I don't care energy, that let things go energy, when really those things are still within us. We just have to, we just have to find it. We just have to literally stand in our truth and work towards being confident enough to put forth those parts of ourselves without drugs, because that is what weed is. It's a herb, but the way we use it, it's a drug. Okay, it's a drug. So I feel like I've been rambling for ages. Let me get into this journal. Okay, so I'm gonna have my phone. I've got my other phone here with me, so please don't turn me off if I keep looking down. So yeah, basically, like I said, I did relapse. I had a spliff I was 3 hours away from the 4th day, and I did smoke that spliff, but it was a very conscious decision. I actually knew from earlier that day that I actually wanted to do it, and but I was trying to fight myself. I was like, you don't need to though, you really don't need to. And I was like, I know I don't need to, but I want to. So I did it, and I'm actually glad I did it, because now I'm very much sure that I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. Like, I get the cravings, I do, don't get me wrong, I get the cravings, but what I felt when I smoked that last spliff, it's very much here, and I'm like, no, I don't want to feel that again, and I definitely don't want to get to a place where I don't feel that again. That's it, do you know what I'm saying? So really, I think knowing why you're quitting, knowing what it means to you being a smoker and becoming a non-smoker, I think those are going to be two very, very crucial things that you need to establish before you try to throw away your weed stuff and all that paraphernalia and all that stuff, whatever they call it. But yeah, you need to establish your why, and it needs to, not saying that, it needs to be a good one for you. Forget everyone else, because I think we tend to want to sound logical to other people. So you might want to stop smoking because, you know, it's looked down on. No, it needs to really resonate with you in here. Like, I don't want to smoke no more because I'm not the person that I know I should be. I'm not doing what I know I'm capable of. And, you know, or my health is not where I know it can be, and I want more for myself. So you need to establish those two things, I would say. And another thing is, it does help to journal these things, because when you actually put it down, you realize it's like separating it from you. Because I think if you don't realize the withdrawals that symptoms you're gonna face, you will just think it's all you, that there's a problem with you. So you know what, it's just best you smoke because you're better that way. No, so when you actually write these things down and you actually look at information of withdrawal symptoms, you get to see, wow, this is a withdrawal symptom. This is gonna pass. Like, if I can just stick it out, it's gonna pass. This is not my reality forever, because that's how it feels in a moment. Especially when I stopped smoking without any guidance, without any information about withdrawal symptoms. Like, I just felt like those feelings were gonna last forever, and they really don't. Let me let you know, 100%, if I haven't said it already, the first day is the worst day, okay? After the first day, and after you tell yourself no the first time, I promise you, it's going to get easier. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to get easier. And I promise you, after the first day, you're going to be able to concede that you can actually keep on saying no to this habit. You can actually push. Obviously, like I said, 3 days, 4 days, the cravings will vary. Sometimes they won't be as strong. Sometimes they will be like, yo man. You just got to prepare yourself. What are you prepared to do when it gets like that? So for me, I did write down a few things that I could do. So I got some books that I could put aside that I could read, series that I could watch if I just felt like being lazy. Also, I started to Google like local parks and local places that I could just get out and go to. And also I want to recommend an app called Grounded. I downloaded it. I don't know when I stumbled across this, but it actually helps because it shows you the time, like how long you're going sober. And I don't know about everyone else, but when I used to click on the app and see, oh, I've gone 8 hours, I've gone 24 hours, I used to be like, what? And I saw 48 hours, and I saw then I saw 2 days, because it actually gives you the days, minutes and seconds. So when I saw 2 days, 30 minutes. When I saw 3 days, I was like, oh my God, I'm actually doing this. I am actually doing this. I'm actually doing this. And it really helps you, because I think we tell ourselves we can't do it. We don't have the willpower. We don't have the strength to do it. It's not within us. We need some outside help. I convinced myself that, if I could just have rehab, or maybe if my family could just be like rehab for me, be like, no, you're not smoking this. Like, we actually feel like we need someone else to do it. And I'm telling you, it's just you that you need. It's about feeding yourself the positive side of you stopping, you giving up. And I think that it really did reinforce it. It gave me that spot, that excitement, the butterflies, like, oh my God, I'm doing this. Like, even when I just saw 7 hours, I was like, oh, okay, so I've got this much left until I've reached the day. Oh, I can do that. That's it, I can do that. So I was just like, plan things out. I could fill things in, like, to keep me busy, but not too busy that I got so tired that when I actually sat down, the first thing I thought about was smoking. So we'll get into that now. I would recommend on your first day, because I made that mistake of setting myself a bunch of things to do and setting myself a bunch of new things to do that I haven't done before, and I stressed myself out. I made myself more irritable than I needed to be, and that led me straight back to the weed. Okay, so I would advise, if you know that you get very irritable, you get very moody when you're without weed, because I have met people that don't actually, or maybe they hide it well, but if you know you are, then I would say please keep your first day light. Plan things that you like. So if you know you're watching your TV shows, going out for a walk, light things. Be active, but keep it light. That's what I said. Don't put yourself in a position to have a nasty surprise. Yeah. So for me, I wanted to film something that I don't normally film, and I was getting so frustrated because it was not working out for me. It was not working out for me. It was just, yeah, I got so frustrated that I was like, this. And I just rode me up one, and I was, yeah. And it's safe to say I didn't stop smoking again anytime soon near that. I just carried on with my habit. So if anything, I got worse before I calmed down again. So yeah, don't surprise yourself. Don't put yourself in a position to be surprised. That's going to lead to you being irritable, angry, moody, that type of thing. Keep it light. Keep it things that are just going to really reinforce some positivity. Things that are just going to really make you feel good. That's what I would say. So for me on day one, I did keep active. So in respect of, I had the school run, I did tidying up, I was doing a little bit of a workout and playing my music. Playing my music. I went down to my mom's, visited family, and I can't remember. I didn't think about this part, so I didn't really go into specifics of what I did on the first day, but I did keep active and I didn't surprise myself, and it worked out for me. Oh, Casey's coming in. Come, baby. Yeah. So in respect of the cravings, I did have a few cravings. Yeah. I would say everything was pretty much okay. I could handle it until I kind of got to about the 19th, 20th hour. Yeah, I think once I got to that part, closer to the 24-hour mark, that's when I started to really deep it, whoa, hold up. Forever, ever? Forever, ever, ever? No more weed? Forever, ever? What are you doing? You can't do this. You cannot do this. You really can't. I think you might just need one more. One more is okay. So I was telling myself a whole bunch of things. And I was restless as well. I got very restless. I just got very restless. To the point where I just didn't even want to keep my legs still. I was so restless. So that was all really playing on me. And because it was nighttime, that's the worst time, I think, to be honest, to be feeling all those things. And I couldn't sleep. Well, tell a lie, there was a point where I was tired, but I did not go to sleep. I was scrolling, and then all of a sudden I just was not tired. I couldn't get tired for nothing. I couldn't get tired for nothing. It basically led me into the early hours of the morning, so I didn't get much sleep day one. And that's going to be expected though. When I did read things, it did say, insomnia is a very big withdrawal symptom. So they do suggest things like melatonin to help you sleep. Sleeping aids can help if you think that this is going to be a thing that could make you relapse. Then I would say plan for that. Get melatonin. I saw that you can get it in the gummy version, or you can get it in the capsule version. Plan for these things. Don't just wait for it to hit you and knock you and see if you can handle it. That's what I learned. Chances are you won't handle it, so plan for those things. And that's why I think it's good to do your research on withdrawal symptoms, so you actually know what you're up against. Because when I saw that, I was like, hey, let me go and Google the melatonin. Whereas before, I just was like, I hope I'm going to sleep. I hope I'm going to be able to sleep. And it's like, no, I can't sleep. Let me smoke so I can sleep. So yeah, don't do that. It's a cycle. You're going to end up smoking again. The first day, you're so unsure about what you're doing. Like, you're very excited and pumped. Like, yeah, I want to do it. But you're very unsure if you're really going to do it. So there's a lot of self-doubt, and it can lead to negative self-talk. So I think you should definitely be mindful that is going to happen. You are going to question yourself a lot on that day, and you're actually going to be like, do you really want to stop smoking? This is the part where your why is important, and this is the part where you have to remind yourself. Don't just expect that your brain's going to logically be like, yeah, well, you know, it's for your... No, you have to... I had to pick up my phone and go through my notes and read my why as if I'd not seen it before, as if I didn't feel that before, and I was looking at it like, is that an over-exaggeration? Is it really that bad for my health? Am I really not doing that much? Because, yeah, so you will question even what you wrote down. So that's why I say, really don't underestimate the power of your mind. Write it down in bold capital letters so that you have it there to tell your mind, yes, you were being a bum, okay? Yes, you was actually fucking up your health and your mental health, because your anxiety was, your paranoia, all these kind of things. You need to write it down as detailed as you can be. Do it, trust me, because it's going to help you. I promise you that it's going to help you. Even if you do relapse, it's going to help you. I'm sorry if I'm saying a lot. Okay. So yeah, I think what did help me this time around was planning ahead. Like I said, planning ahead, you have to do it, okay? One of the side effects, so I've heard of a lot of side effects, and I feel like they vary from day to day. So you may not experience everything on day one. Day two, I feel like everyone's different, so you just have to kind of pay attention to you and see what you're experiencing. For me, I did towards the end of the day, I started to feel light-headed, dizzy, nauseous. I got headaches as well. I got a few headaches. It weren't bad. I didn't have to take any paracetamol or anything for it, but I did notice that I had a headache there. So yeah, I think that was definitely part of the withdrawal symptoms, and when I did look up, I found that there. Moving on to a more positive outlook, on the first day, I was so proud of myself, and I felt that, I really felt that in my heart. Like, I was so proud. I was literally sitting there thinking, there was endless possibilities in my head. I was like, oh my God, I've got my whole life ahead of me. Like, what do I want to do first? It was like a kid in a candy store. I was like, this is why I say it's just so healthy. Even if you want to take a break, it will do you good, okay? Just for your mind, the peace of your mind, just the rejuvenation of your thoughts, it will help you. So don't underestimate even stopping for a day or two or three, but as long as you can go, try, push yourself. I did have a loss of appetite, and I really didn't care to put food in my mouth day one. I think I bought some what is it called? I can't remember, but I'll put it in a description box when I go home and look at what it's called. But it's basically, it's an aid that helps me with my working out as well. And it's protein, it's got a ton of vitamins in it, but it's aided towards helping you gain weight. It's giving you extra calories, and I think it was an extra 2,000 something calories in one shake. So yeah, I drank that on the day, and I think I may have had breakfast, or dinner, something in the evening. I missed out. Yeah, basically I didn't really eat much, and I didn't really care to. So be wary of that. If you do get like that, I will say, please just drink water, some juice and stuff like that, because I think that's what's most important. As your body's detoxing, the most important thing is liquid and water per se. So, you know, I know there's going to be people like, yeah, eat. If you don't feel like it, you don't feel like it, do you know what I'm saying? But make sure you give yourself fluids. Day 2. I had breakfast. I did a light workout, did some reading, journaling, then I got ready and I got dressed. Like, I was on the road that day. I ran some errands, I went to the park with the kids, cooked some dinner, relaxed. I watched a film. I hope no one didn't get hurt. Anyway, yeah, I watched a film with my daughter. I steamed my face and I did a mask and all sorts. I watched was I watching How to Get Away with Murder? I'm hooked on that. I'm a bit late, so I'm just watching it now. But yeah, I'm hooked on that. So I was watching that. I had a good time. Day 2 was good for me. It was good. That's why I said the first day is the worst day, okay? Please push past the first day, because the second day it gets better. You still have cravings, but I'm not going to speak for everyone. For me, majority of the time, the cravings were not strong enough to make me even put my hand on the Rizla. Because at that point, I actually was thinking I was very much aware of the process of smoking. Before, it was like, no, I need to smoke, and it's just like, roll it up. But you wholly have to get a Rizla, you wholly have to get a cigarette and put it in there, grind up the weed and the roach and roll it and light it and pull it and draw it, like how many times to get to the end. So by day 2, you're very much aware of all that it takes to smoke that spliff, and it just doesn't make too much sense. However, when the cravings get bad, because they do, like I said, they vary. When they get bad, you just say, fuck it, okay, I'll do it. So this is why I say again, your why. You got to bring that in. Every time the cravings get really bad, that you know you don't care about the process, you're going to do it. You got to remind yourself, keep reminding yourself until your mind literally says, I don't care about the why. Get the stuff, let's smoke. Or you actually are like, yeah, you know what, it's past, it's gone. Because I do promise you, if you can say no to yourself, just because the cravings, they come, but they don't generally stay for longer than, I would say a couple minutes to an hour, anywhere from a couple minutes to an hour. Yeah. So if you can push past what your mind's telling you, you actually see that the cravings will go, and you come back into your power of, yeah, I'm doing the right thing for myself. Because it's important for me to let you know that once I smoked, once I relapsed, I was like, I really didn't have to do that. I really didn't have to. But because I made that decision and I wanted to, I obviously came to peace in terms of it. But I knew you really didn't have to. You could have actually been on your 4th day. You could have just really continued. You really didn't need that. You really didn't need that. So I'm going to save you the hassle and tell you, you really don't need that. You really don't need that. Just remind yourself of why you're doing it, okay? And tell yourself you really don't need it. Yeah, so that was day 2. Day 3, I had my shake on the school run. I went to my mum's. I went gym. I took the kids to the park with my brothers and sisters. I went home after that and basically did nothing. Yeah, I basically did nothing. And I'm going to tell you why that is. Because day 3 was the moody day. Yeah, that was the day that the moods came out to play. So I did write here that I had weird, intense bouts of tiredness. So like I said, I was definitely suffering with insomnia. So during the daytime, it was like a brick wall just hit me. Weird moments. I would be like, I can't keep my eyes open. I'm driving. I'm like, oh my God, I'm tired right now. Like, can you just keep your eyes open so we get to the next? Like, it was so bad. I felt like I was fighting my eyelids and I felt like I was going to lose. And I'm legit doing something. And that didn't really matter. So I feel like you need to be careful with that. Especially if you've got responsibilities or, your job and, requires you to be responsible for certain things or other people. You need to be very mindful of that. And I would advise you to get the melatonin or the sleeping aids to help you sleep, get enough rest. at night, because you cannot fight it, the tiredness. And I think it took a lot of willpower for me to really stay awake most of the time when it hit me. So yeah, be prepared for that and be careful with that. So yeah, back to the moods. Day 3 mood, I don't know what was setting me off, but really need to know. I think it's just a part of the withdrawal symptoms. It could have been anything, it would have been anything, and that's how I feel it would be. So I definitely got moody, and I went home and I was just angry. Like I was just taking everything personal. Like my neighbours making noise, I was taking it personal. Like, what you want to be starting something? Like I was literally I was just being so irrational. I was getting aggressive. I wanted to like fight. Like I was just like, and really when I sat down and I spoke to my mum about it, I was like, what was I doing? Why was I acting like one zoo animal? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what was that about? So yeah, again, it's really good to write these things down, because you can separate it from who you are. It's not you, it's what you're going through, it's the way you're reacting to the withdrawal of the weed. Yeah, okay, so please don't beat yourself up about how you're feeling, how you start acting. Just love yourself, tell yourself it's okay. Okay, I recognise you're a bit moody. We're gonna work on this. We're gonna get it together. It's not gonna be forever. It's not gonna stay forever. Do you know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep on. You gotta reinforce that positive self-talk. You really do have to talk to yourself nice, because it is going to be the difference between rolling up one and not rolling up one. Plain and simple. And I can prove that, because the next day I had my spliff. I did, and I was high as a kite, and I was like, whoa, is this what I've been doing to myself for 10 years? And I've become so numb to it that I can smoke all day long. I have 2 kids. One is 1 and the other one is 7. Go figure. I can function, do all of that, but it's just not the point. It shouldn't. It's not normal. Okay, let me just let you know it's not normal that you've got to the point where you're just numb to it. You're just, yeah. It's not supposed to be that way. Okay, when you smoke weed, you're supposed to feel. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're gonna smoke weed, you should be able to feel the effects of that. I think once you get to the point where it's not, and it's affecting you. Like for me, it was really highlighting my paranoia, my anxiety, my weight loss. I wasn't happy with what I was seeing in the mirror. My skin, also my thought process and the way my thoughts were coming through verbally. And my aggression, oh my god, and my don't care attitude, like oh my god, I just didn't really give a fuck about anything. Like, really didn't give a fuck about anything. I just let go of everything. So yeah, even my own dreams. So I don't put it past you guys to be doing the same to yourself. And let you, it's not normal, it's not okay. Like, you matter, your dreams matter. You're supposed to, that's what you're here for, to live your fullest life. You really need to, you have to work towards that. And this is me talking to you as a sister, brother, as a sister, mother, whatever you're feeling from me right now, it's not okay, baby girl, baby boy. You have to love yourself, and to love yourself is to look after yourself. And if you're excessively smoking cigarettes, weed, whatever, you're not looking after yourself. Indirectly, you're not looking after yourself, and there's something there that is missing, that is making you undervalue yourself, and it needs to stop. You need to actually take steps towards it today to actually to stop. Okay, so if it's a break you need, start preparing yourself for that break. If you know, like me, you need to quit, start working on what it's going to take for you to quit, because not everyone can just go cold turkey, and not everyone needs to. Don't let anyone dictate how you need to stop smoking, when, how, whatever. You know, it's good to have encouragement, it's great, but don't make anyone put pressure on you, because that will make, for me, I would smoke double. Put pressure on me, even me put pressure on myself, I would smoke double. I ain't gonna stop. So yeah, I think it's important that you take control of this journey. You say, right, this is what's going to work for me. I know I probably need to cut down, maybe take one away every week. I cut down on one less, or every day I cut down on one less until I'm actually at one. Do you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, I can't do all of that step by step. I just need to get it all out. Throw away my grinder, throw away the cigarettes, you know, just stay away from the weed smokers, you know, whatever. You just got to do what you think is going to work for you. And if you're like me and you've had enough time to do trial and error, then you kind of have the evidence to back up what works for you. But yeah, just don't let anyone dictate to you. And also don't let anyone tell you that it's a herb. You don't need to just smoke it. Just tell them to shut up and fuck off. Yeah, because it's your business, it's your decision, and at the end of the day, if you're making a change for your health in a good way, they need to just stay over there with all of that. Tell them that's good for you, okay? Stay over there with all of that. But me and mine, we're doing this. Yeah, so that brings me to this. So like I said, I went those 3 days, I smoked, and I'm back on this journey. I'm currently, the last time I looked at my Grounded app, I'm currently at 1 day, 11 hours, and it was 22 seconds. No, 1 day, 11 hours, 22 minutes, and 33 seconds. I don't know about you, but I love the synchronicities, the number synchronicities, and I feel like it is very much saying, yeah girl, you are on the right track, keep going. So I hope that this helped you. I'm so happy that I came out and finally filmed this. I don't think you guys understand how long I've been wanting to do this, for me and for you. Like I actually have loads of footage on my phone of previous times when I tried to stop, but it was more vlog type things, and yeah, they're sitting there about to get deleted today, because I know that they're not used. You don't need them. This is where it is. Today, I realised I didn't really speak about this new fresh start. Today, I got up super early today, 4:30, and I prayed and meditated. I was in at someone's live, some coach's live, and it was really informative. It was so nice. It had me pumped, like, yeah, I'm ready to get this day. I even painted my nails, which I don't normally do. I always like, yeah, I'm gonna do it later, and I've never done it. Like, I bought the UV nail set from, my mum bought me the UV nail set and the polishers ages ago during the pandemic, and I've never once pulled it out and used it, even though my nails have been crusty and they've needed it, and I've been putting on my slippers and my slides like, okay, like I said, I don't give a fuck attitude, like, okay, what she gonna say? So yeah, all of that aggression and all of that, it's just not pretty. It's really not nice, and I can see it now looking back. Like, I really don't have to do all of that. I really don't have to be all of that. So it doesn't help me, and it doesn't help my peace, because it has my backup. So yeah, basically today's been good. I'm currently at my mum's, filming from my mum's, and I've had cravings today. I thought about it, but again, what I felt when was it yesterday? The day before yesterday, when I had that spliff, it's very much imprinted in here. And I'm ready to live a sober life when it comes to weed. I'm very much so sure that I'm doing the right thing for me and everyone around me. Whereas before I was like, yeah, I know it's good for me, it's gonna be good for me, but do I want to? Yeah, no, I want to. So here I am, and yeah, I really hope this helps you guys. If it has, please like this video. Please comment anything down below that you may think may help me or other people here. Please, negative stuff, negative comments, or comments that, because I've gone through, I've seen some YouTubers that have tried to do this and encourage other people, and I see people in there like, but you should just smoke though. Please fuck off, you guys, because you're jarring, and I don't do that here. Like, really don't do that here. It's not funny. It's really not funny when people want to make a change and you just making it, like, just fuck off. Honestly, seriously, don't do it here. So if you've got anything encouraging to say for me and for others, please get in there. I don't care if you write paragraphs, get in there, write in there. Please contribute. But yeah, if you liked it, if you took anything from this, if it helped, and if you want me to keep coming out, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, because yeah, it's only up from here. But yeah, enjoy your day. Yeah, enjoy your day. Goodbye.